So I'm here at Staverton Leat, Staverton, Devon, and there is a great big man-made structure here. I'm not particularly keen on man-made structures blocking rivers because I'm a big fan of free movement of life through clean water. Basically, that means you've got a healthy environment, healthy fish stocks. Anyway, I should imagine when this was put in, it was done with positive intent and it probably looked quite good, probably worked. But like a lot of these things, they're put in, forgotten about, and then it can have devastating consequences for the environment. So this is a very, very large sort of metal grid, I suppose, reinforced with concrete. But as you can see here, it's all completely collapsed. So it's put in for a reason. I suspect that reason was to divert water to the left, and it's all collapsed completely. Now, I think that fish could still manage to jump over those rapids, but the problem is it goes into a deep pool, and a little bit further down, which you can't quite see, it goes to some very, very shallow water, and so I would say the fish are going to be not very tempted to go through that particular water course. Now it looks like that this, let's say, metal barricade, was designed to shift water through one central fish pass. So the water's obviously escaping from that one central fish pass, and this one central fish pass, which you can see here, it's basically disintegrated in the storms. So that's some of the metal work and the concrete. As they disintegrated, look, you've got water which is now working its way under the concrete structure, so again escaping the original sort of intention, and it's now just basically being, that valuable water is just for the fish to swim through, is being lost in boulders. There's a course of boulders underneath there. I'll see if I can get around in a moment. There you go, there's a course of boulders, and that's it. The water drains through the boulders, so there's no way that the fish are going to swim up there. So the final water course is this one here, the original fish leat. There's the concrete structure on the side, and at the bottom it's beautiful. You can imagine salmon and sea trout wanting to swim up there. But the problem I see is you've got these trees and branches which have just completely blocked it. So if a fish wanted to swim up, it's just going to get snagged up. We do still have a left-hand course of water that goes off down there, but for some reason or another, there's a gate which is being closed, like a proper water sluice gate. It used to feed a water meal, so that's been completely closed off. So that water is now just a dead end. Nothing's going to come up that way. So the only way salmon and sea trout are going to get up the River Dart at the moment is there and there, and I think that's a problem. So I hope we can get the environmental agency and the various authorities to see if they can, sort this out.